I feel very honored that my work was well received by the government because they gave me an extension into a second term. I've spent more than 4 years here. I've been told I'm perhaps among the longest serving directors of the Nehru Centre. Um, and so my gratefulness to the government and to the artists and the audiences here for all their support. Uh, I think this is a wonderful time to be in the space of culture in India, and Nehru Center can really play an important role. So, for a few reasons. One, India, after many centuries of decline, is re-emerging as as a powerful country. Um, to give you a sense of perspective, just 30 years ago, India's GDP was smaller than three US car companies. Okay, so General Motors, Ford, and I think Chrysler, if I'm not mistaken. So just three car companies earn more money than all of India combined. Just a little over 30 years ago, pre the liberalization. And within 30 years, our GDP has now crossed the GDP of our former colonial master, the UK. Right? In every way, India is increasingly becoming more and more visible culturally. It's a result of our increasing heft economically, geopolitically, educationally, scientifically. Um we are among the few countries that have actually landed a craft on the moon, for example, right? And at a cheaper cost than a Hollywood movie production on the same subject. Um, so our cultural influence will keep increasing, which brings me to the point of the importance of the Nehru Centre, because London as a city punches way above its weight culturally. There are a few cities which impact the cultural memes of the world. So, London, New York, Washington, D.C., LA, San Francisco are disproportionately influential in the cultural space. So, a play in New York, for example, can impact the entire world's understanding of the American Revolution. Hamilton, right? Shows the power of that city, the cultural power. Similarly, in London. So, if India wants to influence the world culturally and take our way of thinking a lot more seriously, it's not just that we look at issues differently, we look at different issues themselves. The way we approach what is an ideal way of life is very different from the Western approach. The Western approach is very much destroy all traditions, all individuals, just grow GDP, right? And I'm not a fan of that approach. uh, Everyone worshipping at the altar of GDP. I'm not saying money isn't important, uh, but we can see in Western societies this is not necessarily leading to greater well-being, right? The loneliness, lack of traditions, lack of community, breakdown of family. India sees things very differently, and we can influence the world. And one of the best places to do that is London, because London is culturally extremely influential as a city across the world, which is what makes Nehru Center important as well. So I really hope that we keep leveraging this, leveraging uh, our base in London to influence the rest of the world on the India way. I have made a lot of very good friends in London, and various project ideas as well, which will keep pulling me back. I am an Indian. I'm a complete India boy. I love India uh, to the depths of my soul. So there's no other place I'd rather live. There's no other place I'd like to die in. Even in my next life, I want to be born in India. But London has a very important place in my heart as well, because it's been a good 4 years out here. I got pulled out of a lot of my emotional pain that I was in. It was a good retreat. I made a lot of very good friends. I'll keep coming back to London.